We are live from Dallas, Fort Worth, Hyatt Regency. Crazy hair. Who's here? Who's here? Nobody's here, so I can fix my hair. Sometimes you just gotta pull the stray ones. There's another one. Come on, buddy, come out. Oh my gosh. If the lighting wasn't shining on that so weird, it wouldn't bother me. Oh, we have two people here. Hi guys, who's here so far? I'm just messing with my hair. Hey, say hi guys. I don't know who's here unless you say hello. I am just chilling at the hotel in Dallas. It's like super hot here, but I'd never know it because the meeting rooms are so freezing cold. So I have been adjusting to the cold. I have the balcony door wide open. This hotel is actually literally on hotel property. So I just closed the balcony door so that we don't hear the planes, but this room is 81 degrees. It feels awesome. I'm so tired of being so cold. So who's here? We have 4 people. I did not get all the way through the book, but I did listen to the last juicy bit of it. Hey there, Bobby. Bobby, I'm so excited to see you very, very soon. I'm hungry. I'm ready for some ceviche. Hi, Pam. How are you? Hey, guys. Did you guys all read the book? Did you make it all the way? Made it all. I know. I'm so excited, Bobby. I'm so excited. Like 2 hours. We'll be chowing down, man. Chowing down. So, are you all ready, Bobby? Bobby's already tipsy and we haven't even started dinner yet. Hi, Danielle. How are you? Hi. It's so good to see you guys here. We might have a small, I changed the time because of this seminar thing, but. Oh, that's right. It's Laura's birthday. Get to read this one, Danielle. This one, I tried to make it all the way through, but I fell asleep on the plane when I was listening to it. It's really intense, though. If you haven't read it, you should totally still go back and read it because it's a very emotionally charged book. So it's really good. I was going to say, Bobby, are you going to be able to hang in for the discussion if you guys are out celebrating, or are you resting up for the next round of celebrations? That book is insane. Hi, Tatiana. Hi. It is a good one. How are you? It was a really good book. Honestly, though, I can't take credit for the books that we read because I get all of my recommendations from you guys. I found that a lot of you guys like the same kind of genre that I do, which is psychological thrillers. So we end up reading kind of the same kinds of books. Some are obviously better than others, but I can't take credit for recommending all the books. Some are good, some are like, eh. This one was actually pretty good. And I guess Karen Slaughter called Pretty Girls. And I totally forgot what it's about. So I'm going to go back and read that one again too. Because I really like her style. She's a very intense author, very emotional. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I felt like really, really engaged in the story as far as the emotions. And maybe it was not just so much the author that brought you emotionally into the book, but don't you think that, hi Teresa, don't you think that the narrator was excellent? Like, she cried when she was supposed to cry. She was excited when she was supposed to be excited. I could tell the different voices between like Rusty's voice and Sam's voice and what is it, Lorena's voice. You could really just, I thought she was excellent. She really like caught the tone of the scenes too. Like when things were like really serious and intense, I don't know, the mood was just perfect. I know, Bobby, you told me you cried and you said I would know at which point. Well, I kind of skipped around a little bit because I knew I wasn't going to make it in time. So did you cry at the point when Judith killed herself? Is that when you cried? Because I just listened to that part right now and I was like, Oh my gosh. Or the part that I did not listen to, was it when Charlie was raped? Because I know that she was, but did not make it through that. So um, I have a couple questions for you guys. There's 9 of you in here, so hopefully some of you can answer my questions. I know that not all 9 of you read the book. The rape was horrible, Bobby. I bet it was. Because I don't know like who on here is maybe a rape victim or a rape survivor, but I would imagine that any kind of retelling of any kind of rape is just for someone who has been through that circumstance. So in that regard, I'm like, okay, not listening to that part of it, but I understand it's a crucial part of the book. But I can tell by the way that the author described all of the shootings and how graphic she was that the rape scene was probably pretty intense as well. Is that the part you cried on, Bobby? Valentine hasn't read the book. I'll be reading the next one. Well, hi, welcome to the group. Okay, so that was the part you cried on. M. Valentine, welcome to our group. Welcome book club. We're gonna announce the next 2 books at the end of this live book club discussion. Danielle, you heard it was tough to read. I can tell you that all the shooting parts were very graphic and very difficult to read, and I can just imagine the whole rape scene. But I have some questions because so when I left California for Dallas, I had 6 or 7 hours. I did not make it through the entire book. I did skip ahead so I could get the gist of the story so I could discuss better with you guys. But some of the things I didn't get. So Kelly was carrying Mr. Pinkman's baby. Everybody here is okay with me doing some spoilers right now? Pretty Girls. Oh, but I think I read Pretty Girls. I just don't remember it. It's in my library, and I've read every single book in my library. So, Chandra, I must have listened to it. Okay, so spoilers. Here we go. Kelly was carrying Mr. Pinkman's baby, and Judith, Mr. Pinkman's wife, made Kelly kill Mr. Pinkman because she'd had enough of him cheating on her. And she accidentally killed the little girl. I can't. What I want to know is, I have 2 questions. Danielle, yes, because we should have read it by now, so let the spoilers begin. I know I should have read the whole thing too. I've had plenty of time. This has been another crazy month. Anyway, so I have 2 questions. Number 1, what happened to Kelly's baby in her belly? Doug Pinkman's baby. What happened to the baby? And number 2, can somebody tell me what happened? How did it come about that Mason raped Charlie and then later they had their little one-night stand? What about, so I thought it was the 2 Culpepper brothers. Does that mean one of the Culpepper brothers, the one that was shot and killed, he really was innocent? Is that how that went down? I also have a question about the letters that the Culpepper brother is writing Rusty from jail. What does he mean when he says, you owe me every single month? That's creepy and sinister. So guys, help me answer those questions. Anybody? What happened to Kelly's baby? Is she still pregnant in jail? Because I know that she got sentenced to like 10 years with a possibility of parole. Is she still pregnant? Nobody knows what happened. You're killing me, Smalls. Now I have to listen to the whole thing, which I need to do anyway. I have a burning desire to know what happened to Kelly's baby. Okay, nobody knows what happened to Kelly's baby. What happened with Mason raping Charlie? So Mason didn't rape her, it was his friend, the Culpepper guy. She thought it was the brother because he called him brother. So what did Mason do? How was he involved? Because didn't he go to jail at the end also? How was he involved in this whole thing? Did he hide the gun? Hi, Lana. I just sent you a message. How are you? Lana, we're trying to answer some questions here. I have questions because he stood by while the mom was shot. Okay, so Mason stood by while the mom was shot, but Mason did not rape Charlie. So it was the Culpepper brother who raped Charlie, right? That's creepy. Okay, thanks, Bobby. Hi, Sally. Sally, my love, we are discussing the book. Hi, Dee Dee, troller. It's okay, join our group. I read just enough of the book to really have a lot of questions. So thank you, Bobby. That clarifies a lot. But Bobby, you don't know what happened to Kelly's baby? Is she still pregnant? Sally, did you read the book? Lana, did you read the book? Her being a little girl and thought it was the brother. Okay. Sally. They never said what happened to Kelly's baby? Okay, because when Sam hugged her, or when Sam interacted with her in the jail, she still had a baby bump, right? So I guess she is still pregnant. That's kind of weird that they wouldn't like wrap up that little thread, I think, don't you? Like, I would want to know. She's gonna spend some time in prison, yeah, but so who's gonna raise the baby? Because Judith is dead now, so Judith doesn't have to do it. Kind of weird. I didn't expect her to kill herself, but what did you guys think? Okay, so if Mason stood by while the Culpepper brother killed the mom, Gamma, and Mason also apparently stood by while the Culpepper brother raped Charlie. So why is the Culpepper brother writing letters from jail to Rusty saying, "You owe me"? What does Rusty owe the Culpepper brother? Because his brother got shot? That must be it. Because Danny Culpepper's brother got shot on accident because they said he was part of it. Right? I'm putting 2 and 2 together. That makes sense. Poor Rusty, though. He didn't last very long. Oh. Yeah, but he deserved to go to jail, Bobby. The Culpepper brother deserved to go to jail, so Rusty doesn't owe him anything. Although Rusty was defending him. Oh, Rusty was holding funds in the trust, Lana? Okay. The dad didn't want Charlie to have to testify. That's true. And that's why he kept the rape a secret, right? Okay. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. What a... Thank you, Sally. They're cute, huh? Jennifer Bolin got me these super cute glasses. I love them. They're magic glasses. They're magic. I have to have my glasses on to be able to read your guys' comments when I do live. So I'm kind of vain. I don't really like glasses usually, but I like these a lot. So what do you guys think of the reality? Thank you, Bobby. I thought it was hush money to not let on the wrong brother was killed. Shanda, I think you're right. The hush money was in the trust. Oh, that makes sense. That's just so creepy. So Mason ended up going to jail at the end also, right? But he only got like 11 years or 12 years to take care of the Culpepper's son. Okay. Okay, got it. Hush money. Okay. That's just creepy. It was his family's money, Shanda says. Okay. That makes sense. It's all coming together now. Can you imagine writing a book like this? Like, how could your mind be in so many different storylines? Right, Bobby? Very creepy. Like, how do you even? Those, I I can't even imagine living in an area like that in the holler where everybody's so kind of backwards. I love the way that the narrator nieces that were standing outside the courthouse because they sounded really kind of backwards, like they came from the holler. That was really good. What do you guys think about the reality of Sam living through the initial shooting? Do you think that's I think that is probably the hardest pill to swallow in this whole book, because who survives a gunshot wound to the head? Really? Really? In whose world does that happen? I think that was the hardest thing to really kind of work through, and she didn't have, and being buried alive. That's right, Shonda. I know, those poor girls. Can you imagine? The whole description of that first shooting at the very beginning of the book was so intense. Right, Bobby? It was so intense. Bobby says she cried. To put yourself in those little girls' shoes, and the way that the author just really described everything, it was so terrifying. And I loved hearing about it from both Sam's point of view and Charlie's point of view. And wasn't it such an intense way to start the book, Bobby? Right? Like from the first couple, like the first 10 minutes, I was like, holy crap, this so you know when it starts out like that and grabs you, it's gonna be like really, really intense. And I think it's excellent that the author was able to keep up that momentum throughout the book. Like, it wasn't just the first part of the book that was super intense and very emotional. She was able to keep up that energy, that intense energy throughout the whole book. That's talent. That is talent. I still grapple with the fact that Sam lived through that. Sorry, no. When they're describing that she's like digging herself up out of the grave, and she's in a very shallow grave, so she feels the air. I'm like, is this real or is she dreaming? Because you can't survive that. You can't. Yeah, it was a page turner. It was a really good book. I was impressed. I was impressed. What do you guys think about like the graphic quality of, like, I didn't listen to the rape scene, but the graphic quality of the shootings? Do you think it's necessary for an author to go? Lana says, I liked how the author made you think that only Charlie survived and then later found out that Sam was alive. That was good. That was a good twist, right? Because you're right, the whole first part of the book, you're like, it's just Charlie. It's just Charlie and Rusty. But do you think it's necessary for an author like this to really have to go so graphic into the descriptions? I do, because I mean, again, I did not listen to the rape scene. It may have been too much. But I think as far as like the shootings and stuff, that's part of what really grips you and pulls you into the book. Because if you really get lost, and this is why I love books so much. Lana says, me too. And Shanda says, after reading her other books, I think it's her writing style. It probably is. I'm super excited to read Pretty Girls again. Shanda says, sometimes it is hard to read, yes, but... Oh, Lana says she read the book, not the Audible. I listened to the book. Well, I only have time to listen to books, and I barely have time for that. But I think that's part of what really draws you in. I remember as a kid, when I used to read books, I would get so into them that like my whole surroundings would disappear, and you totally like go into the book. I don't even know how to describe it. Like, you're a character in the book. And I feel like that's what this author did with her graphic descriptions, and then just laying down the scene from both sides. Yeah, I could totally picture it, Bobby. Like, I was right there with these guys, and it was terrifying. It was so scary, especially as young girls. So I do think that's why I love books too, Bobby. I just love being like transported. But Bobby, did you listen to this book or did you read it? Because do you feel like you can be transported the same way with an audiobook as you do with a book that you physically read? Because you read it? Okay. I'm so in love with books and movies because I love the stories. I just love hearing about other people's stories and their creativity. So whether it comes to me in book form or movie, or if I'm physically reading it or listening to it, I just feel like a really good author will really pull you into the story no matter what kind of media it is, right? So I love it. I'm so happy that you guys all want to read books with me because I'm such a book nerd and I forgot how much I loved it. So, and have you guys, did you guys watch the movie The Book Club yet? Because I haven't and I want to. And it would be so much fun to watch it with all of you guys. That would be a blast. But I don't know how to make that happen. That would be fun. So you know what? I was really, really happy that Ben turned out to be such a good guy because all the way through, he was a really good guy. Sally said, I think if I hear a book, the tone would be different than my own. It is. It totally is. And that is kind of the same discussion as Bobby says, no, I haven't yet. It would be so fun. I wish it was being tonight, Bobby. But, oh, now I just lost my train of thought. Yeah, wouldn't it be so fun? Shoot, I just lost my train of thought, Sally. Remind me. Bobby, you made me lose it. Oh, yeah. Okay, so the difference between reading a book and going to the movie is kind of the same as, yes, hearing the tone of the voice, Sally, you're right. There's a lot of interpretation when you read something and you put the character's voice, that's okay, Bobby, and you put the character's voice inside your head, you put the visuals inside your head, there's so much more that's open to your interpretation, right? I think the narrower it gets when you listen to an audiobook and the tone of the voice is decided on for you, it gets a little bit narrower on the creativity scale. And then when you watch a book in a movie, you've got the tone of the voice set for you, you've got the scenes all set for you, everybody looks the way they look in the movie. I think that's where you lose the most interpretation, individual interpretation, because I don't have to interpret as much with movies. It's all there in front of me. You know what I mean? So I kind of like that because in a way I would guess, yeah, Bobby, reading is definitely better for the mind. Reading is so good. I hope everybody who has kids, I hope you really encourage your kids to read. So I do think that reading is definitely better for our minds to stay young and be creative. Lana says, yes, that makes sense. But on the other hand, I really do just enjoy the ease of going to a movie and just sitting back and being entertained and not really have to maybe figure it out. Some movies I think will still give you that level of interpretation. They won't like lay everything out for you. They'll leave something for you to interpret or decide for yourself and have to figure out. Oh, I love movies, Bobby, so much. Especially now that I am like in the entertainment industry. Sally, you like reading better than hearing? I don't know which I think I like reading better because it's more open to individual interpretation, but just because of my lifestyle, I cannot even sit down and read. Sally, you like reading better than hearing, but do you like reading a book better than watching a movie? Hearing makes you sleepy? Hearing made me sleepy on the plane, apparently, because this girl was out, even though it was a super good book. But you know what? Sometimes movies make me sleepy too, so especially when you watch a movie in a super nice recliner in an awesome theater. But yeah, you know what, you guys? I can't get enough stories. CGI makes movies good. You know what, that's what I was gonna say. Being in the entertainment industry now as, you know, part of my job, completely different. I mean, I'm in animation. You like watching better than reading, Sally? That is interesting. And Bobby likes both. I like all three. But I'm actually in the animation industry, which is totally different. And yet I still have a huge appreciation for live action filmmakers because what I love is that they make the films most desirably viewed on the big screen. So what I mean is the best viewing experience you're going to get is on the big screen in a movie theater. M. Valentine says, I prefer to read it than hear it. If I hear it, the tone is definitely different than it would be in my own head. But I like hearing books on car rides. Yeah. See, so I guess it depends. Sally says, I think watching answers more than reading and wondering. Sally, are you talking about Sometimes I Lie? Mm-hmm. I still have questions about that book. Sometimes I Lie. So I guess it's maybe it just depends on how much interpretation you want to leave yourself open to. If you just want, yeah, you guys, sometimes I lie. That was a crazy one, huh? But I mean, I guess if you just want to really like sit back and be entertained and not really have to think and interpret a lot and like find the big deep meaning in the universe, then you want to go with a movie. And if we want to take it even a step further, you want to go with a nice light movie like Crazy Rich Asians. So you don't have much to interpret at all. It's just sitting back, enjoying, and relaxing. Yeah, exactly, right, Bobby? So, I mean, life is not always about just sitting back and being entertained, but I mean, my lifestyle, sometimes I just need that. I can't be thinking so much all the time. Sally says, I only finished that book because I love you guys and didn't want to disappoint. Sally, you have to read at least one of the next two books because they're going to be good. So good. Read at least one. Um, but yeah, oh, you guys are so funny. I just love you guys, that you guys appreciate books and stories as much as I do. Ah, Lana says. Ah. So what else did you guys think? I was super happy that Ben and Charlie got back together because, you know, I don't want to, how do I say this? Ben kind of reminds me of Eddie. They have nothing in common, nothing in common. But Ben, to me, from the very get-go, just seemed like a genuinely nice person. Right, Bobby? I know. He just seemed like a genuinely nice person, and he really cared about Charlie, even when she was being such a hoe and she was being so mean to him. Yeah, right, Bobby? He was just a good egg, and Shanda's loyal, very loyal, you know. He was just a good man, and I really appreciated that, and I saw that's, I don't know, that reminded me of Eddie, but I was just super happy that they got back together at the end and they were looking for houses and they're gonna live their little life. So that kind of made me happy. What do you guys think about the relationship between Sam and Charlie? Eddie-esque? Bobby says that Ben is Eddie-esque. Yes, he is. So what do you guys think about the relationship between Sam and Charlie? Um, I don't know. It seems pretty eruptive. Like if if I have one sister and she's older than me, she's older than me by like a year and a half. Went through the Bobby. It reminds you of you and your sister. Did you guys fight like that? I mean, Lana says very interesting for sure and complicated. Yeah, what a complicated relationship. Because I think if I went through like this huge tragedy with my sister and we both barely escaped with our lives, I think we'd be a lot closer than that. Bobby says we can fight, but I'll go to bat for her no matter what. That's kind of how my sons are, I guess, because they're really close. They do fight, but they're each other's best friends. So I guess when you kind of remove a few layers, Sam and Charlie were pretty tight, right? Like they would stick up for each other and be there for each other, obviously, because Sam flew to Charlie when Charlie needed her, so they would still be there for each other. But man, that one argument in Rusty's office, I was like, whoa, like step back, girls. Like, I don't think I would ever talk to my sister like that. She might talk to me like that, but I don't think I would talk to my sister like that. So I don't know. I don't know about that relationship. Who was your favorite character in the book? Sally says, my sisters and I have different opinions, but my door is always open for them. That's cool. That's cool. Do you guys hang out a lot together? My sister lives, Lana says, you could see the changes in them the more time they spent together, though. Okay, see, that's true. I didn't really get in depth that much, so I didn't get to see that. Bobby says they had to separate to be able to deal with the tragedy. Yeah, they did, but Bobby, would you have had to separate from your sister if you went through tragedy like that, or do you think it would bring you closer together? Because I think it would bring me and my sister closer together. Yeah, I can't even, I don't know. I mean, who are we to say you don't know what you're going to do unless you're in a circumstance like that anyway, right? So who am I to say? But you mother your, Bobby says, my sister is my BFF, but I mother her. So you're the oldest? I'm the youngest, and I'm the most irresponsible. Bobby says she thinks it would bring you closer. I definitely think it would bring us closer. It's all about circumstance, Lana says. It is. And you know what? Even if we were in a similar circumstance, it wouldn't be the same. You can never compare one person's life circumstance to another person. So even if you say, even if you say, for example, okay, well, I don't want to make light of this, but even if you say, okay, I've been raped, and here's a woman over here who's been raped, it's still not going to be the same. There's going to be some similarities and some things that you're going to go through that might be the same, some feelings and issues that you have to go through that might be the same, but every single situation is still going to be different. This woman over here has a different personality and a different temperament and a different reaction than I do. So my rape situation would be completely different and my reaction would be different than this woman over here. And I'm not saying that I have been raped, you guys. So I'm just using that as an example. So I do feel tremendously for anyone who has been in that circumstance. So, but I mean, any circumstance, people are different and you can't ever compare and judge. Like, how do we relate this to Weight Watchers? I feel like before I really had a good handle on how everybody's at a different point in their journey, I would go to Disneyland and I would look at some larger people and I would be like, oh, those poor people, they need Weight Watchers. You know, that it was coming from a place of empathy, but it was still judgment. And the reason it was judgment is because I don't know if this large person over here has already lost 100 pounds. And maybe she's eating a churro because she's been so good eating her chicken and eggs and corn and beans all week long. And this is her churro that she's using her weeklies for, you know? So even though I may be judging out of a place of empathy, because you know me, I want to share the Weight Watchers love with everyone, it's still judgment, you know? Right, Bobby? Because Bobby, I know you've lost a ton and you're in a completely different place in your journey than I am. It doesn't make anybody's journey any less important. It's all hard, right? And we're all trying to better ourselves. So I feel like I just don't like it when people judge. I don't like it when people judge. Let me say that again. And I've had my fair share of judgment, I guess. It's, and I know you guys, if you're on my Facebook group or you're on my Facebook page, you kind of know some of the things that I go through and some of the judgment that I get, which part of it, yes, is Lana says she doesn't like judgment. Bobby says she's having drinks with her points. Bobby, no judgment here, girl. But yeah, I just, putting myself out here on YouTube has been, I mean, it's a huge open door for people to come and judge me and abuse me and say whatever they want about me. And it's a public world, they can, you know. But it's not just in the YouTube world, you guys. It's in my real life too. So it's everywhere, and I just don't think it's right for us to judge other people regardless of their circumstance and our circumstance. So, what was your, or who should I say, was your favorite character in the book? It has to come down to, Sally says no judging. We never know what one might be going through. Yeah, judgment-free zone. I love you guys. If you guys, I think everyone here is already part of the Facebook group, but if you're not, let me know in the comments so we can get you added, because the Facebook group is fun. You guys, I wish I had more time to hang out with you guys on Facebook, but I'm so proud of just all of the support that you guys are offering each other. I love it. I love seeing it. It makes me so happy. It makes my heart happy. I just love sharing the Weight Watchers love, and I love seeing it happen. So back to favorite character in the book, I would have to say, if we're going to narrow it down a little bit, it's got to be between Favorite characters are usually the good guys. Right, Sally? The Facebook group is so supportive, and a big reason for that is because of you. So, Bobby, you can't pick a favorite. Oh, Lenore. Nancy said Lenore. I forgot about Lenore. And Lana says Rusty. Interesting. Because I was thinking we got to narrow it down to Sam, Charlie, or Ben. But I totally forgot about Lenore. Gamma was pretty cool, but I don't know. She was a little too straight up for me. You know? Like, I mean, she was cool, but I don't know if I would want her as a mom. So Bobby likes Gamma, Rusty, Ben. You really can't choose, can you? That's funny. Gamma was cool, wouldn't want her as a mom. Rusty, same. He was a good guy. He wanted to be a good dad, didn't really know how, and he was really kind of crude, like not really super loving. Hi, Fanatic, how are you? And then if we go back to Ben, I don't know. I still think Ben is the most genuine character, but Sam and Charlie, obviously. Which one did you guys like the best out of the sisters? I like Charlie better. Charlie, I could relate to more. Sam was very angry, and I'm just not an angry person. Lana says she thinks Rusty really loved both his daughters. And we have a lurker. Me, whatever. Charlie for sure. Yep. Charlie was, I agree. Charlie was, she was like more down to earth, like more like a real character would be. Number one, the whole reality trip with having to wrap my brain around the fact that Sam actually survived a gunshot wound to the head and being buried alive. And then how she came out of that situation as far as being really just angry with the whole world. Yeah, it kind of like, okay, I have to get rid of someone. Sorry, guys. Anyway, ignore. Do you guys want to discuss, what was that other book? Girls' Night Out? Because Bobby, I know you loved it. Sam was angry but strong for her sis. Yeah? Is that how you think your sister would be? Yeah. Did you read it too, Shanda? Girls' Night Out? What did you think of it? Danielle, you loved that book? I liked it, but it was kind of like not believable at times. You right, Bobby? I know how much you liked it. Danielle, did you like it or did you love it? Shanda says it reminded me of my Mexico honeymoon. It was good. Oh, well, that would be some nice memories. You liked it, Danielle. Bobby, yeah. You know what, Bobby? When I was reading it, I did not at first think of it in the way that you did as far as these little girls with their little clique being childish. And then after you mentioned that, I was like, yeah. Like, Keisha. Hi, Keisha. I didn't Keisha. You like girls. I liked it, but I didn't love it. It was entertaining, that's for sure, Danielle. It was one of those entertaining books, but nothing you had to like really decipher. Although it did surprise me because I really didn't believe that the main character, hi Keisha, I really didn't believe that the main character was gonna be dead. Like I didn't know. Thank you, Bobby. I just didn't see it going there. I didn't know she was gonna be dead. And then whatever happened with the guy, I forgot. Daria, Charlie had ice cream before telling the neighbors what happened. Yes. Keisha's multitasking. Yeah. Yeah. Charlie had 2 bowls of ice cream before she said what happened. Shanda says it was an easy read, Girls' Night Out. It was. And the audio book was pretty easy to, it was just more of like a fluff book. You know how a lot of novels, especially like female-ish kind of novels, are just fluff, just entertainment. Such a different world from, like, compare Girls' Night Out to Sometimes I Lie to The Good Daughter. Completely different, right? Keisha says Charlie needed to throw up before she could tell the story. Yeah, that's a horrible story. Oh, you're right. So maybe she did have that ice cream on purpose so that she could get herself ready. Bobby, you think Charlie was trying to kill herself? She might have been. Keisha, she was lactose intolerant. Danielle says, we have a friend like the one who killed herself in that book. Really? Daria says, I didn't get to that part, Keisha. Wait, you have a friend like the one in Girls' Night Out that stepped over the edge? Girls' Night Out did tie up pretty neatly, Nancy said. Bobby says because her mom told her her belly would explode. Yeah, back to Charlie. You're right. Keisha, you guys better watch that friend if she's like that, because I really didn't think that that character was going to be killed off, and then all of a sudden, like, whoa. Danielle, so you guys both know her, Danielle and Keisha. You guys watch her. Yeah. And yeah, Bobby, Charlie's mom said that her stomach would explode if she ate 2 bowls of ice cream. So you're right, that must have been really traumatic for her. And didn't she blocked the whole rape for most of her life? Or did she just not discuss it? Because I didn't really get that whole part. But I would, yeah. Would you want to kill yourself after something like that? Yeah, she blocked it. Yeah. So do you guys want to know what the next 2 books are? I'm so excited. I wish, shoot, I didn't write down who suggested the new book, but you guys are all about the new book. So I'll tell you. The winners are, okay, so the book that we're going to read first is the book that got the 2nd most votes, and that is The Nightingale by Kristin Hannah, which is cool because that has been in my wish list for quite a while. Yeah, Bobby, her dad did tell her that, and also so she wouldn't have to testify. Drum roll. Okay, so the first one is The Nightingale by Kristin Hannah, and we will be discussing that book the 2nd Sunday of the month. And ready? The big book, the winner. And you know what, you guys, this is a bigger one because as most audiobooks go, most of the books we've had like 9 to 11 hours. This one, I think, is 20 hours. So this is a longer book. So we're going to review this book the last Sunday of the month. Start early. Don't be like me and procrastinate and wait until the last minute and never get the full story. Gosh. Okay, ready? Something in the Water by Catherine Steadman. I'm super excited. 20 hours. So it's kind of funny because it reminds me of, if you guys read the description, I know, right? Something in the Water. It kind of sounds, you read the books in a day or 2, Bobby? Dang. Danielle, which one did you guys read already? Nightingale or Something in the Water? Ah, Bobby, get your crap together. You talking to me, huh? I know you are. Danielle, which one did you read already? I got to start early, you guys, because I need to get through the books this time. I love them so much. Oh, you read Something in the Water? That's the one I was saying. It reminds me of like a horror film, like a B horror film where there's something in the water that's killing people. But it sounds good. Oh, you guys, all of you guys did. Ah, you're one up on me then. Wonder who suggested it. Must not have been one of you guys that suggested it. I'm super excited. Oh, you have Kristin Hannah's The Nightingale, right? But all 3 of you read Something in the Water. I haven't read it either, Bobby. Bobby, I guarantee you're gonna beat me. Lana, you haven't read either of them. I haven't either. I'm super excited. That's okay. I have so many suggestions, Danielle, like so many amazing books that I want to read, like so many. And I feel bad Not that I have time, but I'm like, oh, I can't read this book without the group because it's too good. I need to share it with them. Oh, and I can't read this one without the group because I want to share that with them. Oh, and I can't read this one without the group. So they're all just like hanging out on my wish list, but it's not like I have time to read that many anyway. But I'm super excited for these two books. So I will, yeah, send some suggestions, you guys. Wait, you or me? I have, maybe I'll try to put in the description box later. Oh, Danielle, you guys motivate me. I love this book. Bobby, I will see you in just a while. Just a while. But I love this book club so much because I love being able to talk to people about the same book that we read and we all know what's going on. I love it. I just love it. So I'm super excited. Bye, Bobby. Guys, I get to see Bobby soon in person. Yay. I love, Keisha, that the three of you guys, or is there four of you now, get together over there and have a real live in-person book club. I would love to do that. I mean, this is as close as I can get, and it has great perspective. What has great perspective? Anyway, this is as close as I can get to like a real book club. So I'm so excited that you guys are joining me and playing along and reading the books because, oh, thanks, Keisha. Sometimes I am not on my game, but I think that this book was really intense. So Danielle, you guys come to California July 11th next year for my birthday and Eddie's birthday. Disneyland. July 11th next year. Gives you plenty of time to save up. And it'll be kind of hot though. Yeah, what are you guys all doing for Labor Day? I am going to be in Idaho seeing my kids and my grandkids. I'm so excited. July 11th, 2019 and Daria's birthday. That's right. That's right. Do it, guys. Gives you time to save. I mean, buy your tickets early because I think airline tickets are cheaper the earlier you go, the earlier you buy them, I mean. So yeah, time to save, time to buy. That's right, Sally. Sally, what are you doing for Labor Day? I'm gonna go see my babies. I'm so excited, you guys. I'm so excited. You guys, this has been such a hard summer for me. I need to see my babies so much. Oh yeah, M. Valentine, I have grandkids. I have 4 grandkids. Danielle says, it sounds fun. I'll be home entertaining family on Labor Day. Barbecue for Keisha at the pool club. That sounds fun. So for the two of you that are entertaining and barbecuing, what kind of food are you making? I'm really impressed that they have so many of those 2-point chicken sausages now. There's like so many flavors, and the ones that I scanned were all pretty much 2 points. If you can find a pretty low point, I think most of the buns, most of the hot dog buns are they like between 3 to 5 points. I don't know, I don't eat them very often, but I mean, if you could find a low point hot dog bun, you could have at least 2 of those chicken sausages, which I would. Danielle, go for fruit salad and chicken sausages. And what else? Ideas? Somebody give her ideas. We've been talking about this like all weekend at this Weight Watchers seminar, just like Labor Day ideas. And Sally, where do you get 1 Smart Point chicken sausage? And Lana, oh, so hot dog buns are 4 points. I would take an 8-point hit for 2 buns if I could get the sausages for 1 Smart Point. That would be 10 points for 2 hot dogs, and then the rest could be like salads. Yeah, Keisha, right? The rest could be like side salads. Coleslaw, corn salad, cucumber tomato salad, Greek salad, fruit salad. I have a lot of salad ideas. Hannaford, that's a brand name, Sally? I haven't heard of that. Where do you get them? Is it like at a chain grocery store or 1 Smart Point? Is it like a little teeny tiny sausage or is it big? Oh yeah, chicken salad, egg salad, tuna salad. Pick a salad, Lana says. Any salad will do. We love our salads. Oh, you could have deviled eggs. Mmm. Deviled eggs with your 2 hot dogs with a couple of salads. Use a piece of bread for your 2. Oh, you could use, I've never, I know it's a mind thing, but it drives me insane to use a piece of bread for a hot dog bun. I don't know why. It drives me crazy. It's a big one, Sally. I gotta find those. Aren't deviled eggs awesome, Danielle? And Keisha likes deviled eggs. So what do you guys put in your deviled eggs that would make them 0 points? What would you mix them with? Mustard for sure. If you put non-fat Greek yogurt in, would it be too tangy, or you think that would be good? Oh, Hannaford is a store? What's the brand name of the sausage that you get from Hannaford, Sally? Do you know? I would like to know. That sounds good. Keisha, I don't cook either. Who's gonna make our salads for us? Sometimes I will cut up a bunch of stuff for a salad, but even that is like, I'm like, I have no patience. Eddie's mom is a godsend when it comes to salad because she will chop, 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 chop. She also cuts up fruit. You outsource. Hi, Esther. What time is it over there, Esther, in London? How are you? Oh my gosh. We are international. That's what Fat Dag always says, so I'm playing with the big boys. Danielle likes cooking because then it tastes like how she wants it. Sally says brand name is Nature's Place, all natural, mild Italian chicken sausage, 6 in a package. It's 11:30 at night, Esther? Wow. Or 11:30, like noon. Because in Texas time, it's 5:30, 5:24. Oh, it's late at night. Aw, you're staying up late to hang out with us. Thank you. PM. Ah, well, welcome. Did you read the book, Esther? Did you hear the 2 new books that we're doing? The book that we're discussing on the 2nd Sunday of the month of September is The Nightingale. Thank you, Esther, that's sweet. The Nightingale by Kristin Hannah is the book we're discussing first. This we will do last is Something in the Water by Catherine Steadman. Something in the Water. And it's a big, long book. So start early, girls. Start early. Look at that mess behind me. Ooh. This is a big, beautiful hotel room. I'm having a lot of fun all by myself. Although it would be nice to have Eddie here too. But you guys, the Weight Watchers training is intense. Intense. Danielle, thanks for hanging out. I will put the names of the books in the description box below. I would love to come to London, Esther. I would love it. I will put the names of the 2 books in the description box down below and the dates that we will be discussing them, and that way they'll get in my planner so I don't forget and I can get rolling on them too. So yeah, I'm super excited. I have to go in like 7 minutes because I have to go get ready too. Well, who am I kidding? I'm not gonna like change or anything. I'm so proud of myself. I packed so light, very, very minimal bags, very minimal clothes, but I forgot a brush. So this is how I'm brushing my hair this weekend. Yeah, just like that. All right, Keisha, have a super fun weekend. It's still Saturday, right? I hope you get to go party too, not just your son. Who else is left here? There's 10 of us. Sally, are you still here? Who else is doing something interesting for Labor Day? Anybody have any challenges coming up? Hi, Esther. Esther, do you guys don't do Labor Day, right? Do you celebrate like anything around that holiday, which is like next week for us? Hi, Sally. I didn't know if you were still here. Oh, Esther, I didn't know that. I didn't know if you were originally from the UK or from the States. So even though you live in London, are you still celebrating Labor Day then? And what are you going to do to celebrate? Sally, what are you going to do to celebrate? Lana says, I'm reading the Nightingale as soon as I go and buy the books. Yeah. Lana, do you actually buy the physical books? And if you do, where do you buy them? Because I haven't actually gone to a bookstore. Sally has to work and it will be slow unless it rains. I haven't seen rain in ages. Esther, you're from New York and you celebrate everything. That's awesome. I like your style, girl. I like it. So, yeah. That sounds fun. I was telling you something and I totally forgot. Chapters? Oh, that's where you buy your books? Are you in, I didn't know if you were in Canada, Lana. I forgot. I haven't bought a book in ages, and when I do, like in a bookstore for sure, and when I do buy an actual physical book, I get them off of Amazon because they're cheap and you can get used books off of Amazon. You don't do that, Lana? Because if you look for the book on Amazon, you can get a used one for super cheap. I don't know, books these days can be so expensive. And then of course I just buy like Audible. So my Audible subscription is like I think it's $13 a month for, maybe it's $15 a month for 2 or 3 credits. Barnes & Noble in Saratoga is where you buy your books. I don't even know if there's a Barnes & Noble left around us. There's one. Yeah, check it out, Lana, because I used to always get books on Amazon for cheap. It may not, and you know what? Actually, I think that their shipping time is not super long anymore. So if you order it like today, you could get it in just a few days and get started. So, and it's not even the end of the month, so we still have time. What is today, like the 25th or something? So I would check out Amazon. I think is way cheaper than the bookstore. Sally, I'm surprised you don't buy your books on Amazon too. Yeah, let me know if you find them cheaper. I really think it's the way to go. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up because I'm going to go have dinner with Bobby and a couple other people. I'm super excited. We're going for Mexican food. I'm going to have ceviche and 12 tortilla chips for 4 points. Oh, the library. Library's a good choice, Sally. And I'm going to have black beans for big fat 0. Thanks, Shonda. I will. Thanks, Lana. Thanks so much for joining, you guys. That was a really discussion. That was a really good book. I cannot wait to get into the next 2. So thank you, Sally. I will. Be sure to read the books, Sally. I think you'll like the Nightingale. Maybe something in the water too. But anyway, bye, Sally. I'm super excited to read the books, you guys. I will see you later. I will post the books in the description box so you know for sure, and I will post the date that we will be discussing them. So bye, Esther. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Bye, M. Valentine. Hope to see you at the next discussion with the next book, The Nightingale. I'm glad you found us. Glad you found us. Okay, let's see if I can figure out how to end this. Bye, guys. Bye, Lana. Thanks for hanging out, guys. See you next time.